Good morning. Look, it's dark outside because I'm crazy. It is 5 a.m. 5 a.m. I have to be crazy. Why am I up at 5 a.m.? Holy smokes. Usually I do try and get up around 5 because it just works better for my biological clock if I do. But today I woke up actually at 4 in the morning. A lot of times I do anyway to use the bathroom. I don't know why, and then I go back to sleep. But today I was like, no, I'm going to get up and get around and see if I can beat umbrage to this estate sale. So it's put on, of course, by Let's Go Carolina Let's Get Organized. So it starts at 8. So I will be there a whopping almost 3 hours before it starts. So I'm really curious if I beat umbrage or Gary Miller, because he tends to like to be there bright and bushy-eyed too. I don't know. So it'll be an interesting thing to see which one of us gets there first. There are tools and ladders, which Gary likes, and I've decided if he's there early today, I'm asking him, Gary, why all the ladders? Why do you collect all the ladders? Do you rent them out? Do you resell them? Do you make them into something else? Do you just collect ladders? I mean, I would like to know. It's just an interesting thing to me to collect. And it's a big thing. Dang. I mean, some people collect automobiles, so I guess a ladder's smaller than that. But anyhow, there is some jewelry there. And I'm not sure what else Umbrage resells, but I know she loves the jewelry, which I have never resold jewelry. I don't know, maybe I should. What do you think? Should I resell some jewelry? Anybody be interested in buying it? I don't know. Drop a comment. Tell me if you would. I'm interested in, there's spoons. There's a bird picture I'd like to get a hold of. There's a cat sitting by the fireplace. Might be a cast iron. I'm not sure, but I'm interested. There's dishes, of course, linens, books. Always interested in books. They have some nice umbrellas that I'm curious about. So it'll be an eclectic sale. So let's see what happens. Let's see if I win. If I don't beat them there and I'm not first, or at least ahead of umbrage, that's all that I really care about. This is my one and done shot, because I don't see myself getting up earlier than this. I am not going to get up at like 3:30 or 3 a.m. to try and beat the two of them. That's ridiculous. So let's see what happens. Happy Friday. Well, hello friends. It's a little bit different today from the State Hall. Normally is inside, which we will be moving in shortly because it's warm out here. But in a minute you'll figure out why I'm out here. But so I got to the estate sale at 5:10. Can't still believe I'm saying that. 5:10 a.m. in the morning, and pulled up. Started walking up to the building, didn't see anybody there, and then Umbrage pops out of her car and she's like, You're gonna go sit outside, not wait in your car? I said, nah, I'm already here, I'm fine. So I actually brought a chair this time to sit down, since I was gonna be there nearly 3 hours before it starts. I wasn't gonna stand 3 hours, so I did stand for almost, or sit for about an hour and a half-ish. Somewhere around 7, I folded up my chair and decided to stand. But I think I didn't beat her there. She was still first, but I think I got in her head a little bit, made her throw her off guard a little bit. She wasn't expecting anyone else to show up so early, probably especially me, because I'm usually down the road a little bit. I could still see myself maybe leaving at 5:30, so I'm there before 6, but who knows, maybe every now and then I'll get a wild hair just to keep her honest, so to speak. Another lady came up after me named Cindy, and I really like her. She's pretty awesome. So we all had good chats. Umbrage has got some opinions, and everybody does. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. She just, I don't know. She's a little bit maybe bitter and harsh, and I don't know, what's going on in her life. It seems like there's some heartache and heartbreak, and that can make a person sad and bitter. So just have to put her in my prayers. Had a good talk with Cindy, and some of the estate sale shopping she's done. She and her husband own an event business here in Fayetteville. So we had a really good talk, and then some other people came. By the time it was ready to start, there was probably 40 or 50 people in line down the driveway and around down the street. So, whew! And it was a nice estate sale. There was some very nice, beautiful things, but most of it was a little too new for me. I prefer more vintage and antique, but I did manage to find some stuff for me and my shop. So one of my things, which is my favorite thing, not my most favorite, there's probably I'd say 3 favorites today. This is one of the 3, and that's the reason why I'm outside, is because I got an umbrella. And it's a nice old wooden one, and the wooden tip with the little cap, but I couldn't pass it up, because look, kitties! Isn't that awesome? It's kitties, and it's a nice sized umbrella, and I love this. It's got the little cane hook, so yeah. There was 2 other ones. I almost bought one of the other ones because it had flowers, and then I saw this with the cats. I still kind of wish I bought the floral one too, because it was also a nice one with the wooden handle cane. So, yep, that's why I'm out here, is because I didn't really want to open that inside the house. Somewhere they say it's bad luck, but I don't know that it's bad luck so much as I've knocked something off my wall and damaged something, knowing me. So, but now that you know why I was outside, let's go inside where it's cool and there's AC. Praise God. Well, now we're back where it's cool. If you notice the spots, I got a little too close to the sprinkler outside, but it is what it is. It'll dry. It's water. So let's get into the haul. I'm going to save my 2 other favorite pieces till the end. But, so I got myself some brass deer. I had bought some a while back in the fall and gave them to my daughter, and part of me kind of always regretted it a little bit, and I was discussing it with Aunt Penny. She said they're great for Christmas time, so she said you better keep them or you'll be sad, and she's probably right, so I'll save those for Christmas. Then I bought their faux apples or cranberries. I'm going to pretend they're apples because I'm going to use them in the fall or figure out something to do with them. Then I got this. It's a nightlight, even has the bulb. That's going to go in my shop. So if you're a bird collector, a cardinal collector, or maybe you want a nightlight for Christmas, how awesome would this be? Although now I'm kind of rethinking that maybe I should save it for Christmas too. But can't save everything. I found myself another little baby spoon. Love these children's spoons. And it does say Raymond. Almost looks like Italy silver plate. So I love these little children's spoons. Then I got myself a tape measure. And it was a whole whopping $1. But the thing I like about it is how small it is. So I usually carry a tape measure in my purse. And that's my regular purse, like when I'm being fancy purse, going to church purse. But my running around, shopping, going to estate sales purse does not have one, but it will now. So that was a good find. I also, as you can see, I like to collect brooches, and this is a prayer to God. Hey, we need some rain here, because I swear it's only rained once or twice in the whole month of June here. So please, some rain. But I found this one for my collection. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. There's this person who has a, I think they have a YouTube channel, a TikTok channel, Instagram channel, and I forget what they are, but they will fix and flip things, but they also talk about how to do things differently, like 10 ways to use book ends instead of using them like a traditional bookend. Or the one I saw recently was ways to wear a brooch that's not traditional. And I thought, that's pretty clever. So if I can find them, I'll put a link in the description below if I can find who they were. I also got this set of wine-themed measuring spoons. You got your quarter, your half, your teaspoon, and your tablespoon. Aren't those cute? So if you're a person that's, a wine collector, or you just like something different and unique, and they're a nice heavy metal, but they're going into my shop. Then I got myself a frame. I love picking up frames. I know this isn't really necessarily a vintage one. I do like the ornate detail up here, but I've got some upcoming projects of reasons why I want to use a frame, so that was a good find. I also got a set of 4 rattan chargers, and these are going to go in my shop. So if you're into the boho, or you like kind of a hippie vibe, you could have those chargers on your table, or they would be good outside on a patio too. Let's see, I got two more things till we get to my favorite things. I got this nice needlepoint stocking with Santa, and it looks like a little rocking horse, and he's at the fireplace. So that's gonna go in my shop, because Christmas in July should be going on by the time you see this video in my shop. But it's not just Christmas, it's everything. And then this one is an angel, also going in my shop, that's needlepoint. Beautiful handiwork. Nice heavy stockings, well made. So those will be in my shop as well. Now this is, we live here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So one of the icons, landmarks on the historical registry is the Market House downtown. It's been down there, gosh, since before I think Fayetteville was a city. They used to use it as a meeting place, like town meetings or auctions, or it's just really iconic, because you look in the main street and it's right in the middle, and there's a roundabout, and then the main street continues. Twice a year, people like to go there at a certain time of day for the sunrise, because the Market House has, like, I don't know what you want to call it, that you can walk and see under. The cars used to actually drive underneath it, but they have put it up more on a raised platform, so it's really only for walking accessibility now. But the sun will shine through that opening right straight down Main Street twice a year. I think it's December and maybe June. I'm not sure, but I know it makes for fantastic photography. But whenever my husband and I live in a place, we kind of really take on the personality of the town. Like when we lived in Omaha, we had a lot of Omaha photos and things on the wall. So now everything's North Carolina and Fayetteville. So when I found this, it's a set of 3. So I'm assuming there was probably a 4th one and it got broke, but I don't really care. So I bought a set of 3, and it's the Market House. Hopefully you can see that. That's been etched on, I think, like a highball or an old-fashioned glass. Hopefully, maybe if I do like this, you can see the Market House on there. So all 3 of them have the Market House, and I thought that was really cool. So that's find number 2. The last favorite find, I don't know that it's old, but it has an old look to it, and don't honestly care because I love it. It's an iron bunny. Look at him with his little baskets, and they even come off. So I could put little flowers or teeny tiny Easter eggs in them, or just leave them empty. But it's so cute for Easter, or even spring and summer. I just love it. But so those are my finds. I don't know that I have much to style today. So let's do a verse. For with God, nothing shall be impossible. Luke 1:37. It's good to know that with God, nothing is impossible. Now, I don't think he's a genie at all, and that you can say, I wish I had $1 million. But if God wanted you to have $1 million, it would not be impossible, and you would have it. And anything that God wants you to have in your life, or to be a part of your life, or to happen to you in your life, it will happen. And there's nothing that the devil or this world can prevent it from happening if it is his will. I also think we can ask and request, because he's likened himself to being a father. And if you have a great relationship with your father, you can go to him anytime and say, Daddy, I need this. Daddy, can I have this? Daddy, I want this. And a lot of good fathers will, if they think it's good for the child and good for their character and something that really suits them, and they can afford to do it, they will do it. But sometimes what our children want is not good for them, and we have to say no. And God is the same way. Some things we think we want are not good for us, and he has to say no. But he also says, if we can be good parents and give our children the right thing, like if they say, I would like a piece of toast, and we say, here, have a lizard, we know better than to say, have a lizard. We say, here you go, here's your piece of toast. So if we can do that, God can do so much better, because he's a perfect parent, where we are not perfect, and sometimes we make mistakes and fail. So, and if you don't have a good relationship with your father, sometimes it's hard, because it kind of colors your process of what you view God as. But I encourage you to read and pray and ask God to have him show you what kind of father he really is, so that you could see what a good father is. But anyhow, thank you for joining my haul. It was kind of eclectic. This wasn't a, like I said, this wasn't a really vintagey kind of sale, but they did have some nice things. There was a coffee table I would have liked to have, but I just didn't want to pay $160 for it. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you real soon. Bye for now, friends.